Hey guys, this is Namkraft. What's going on? It's gonna be another series of Starcraft amazing games. ASL S20 Semifinal number 1 underway. We're gonna be having Barracks versus Snow, Protoss versus Terran. All eyes and ears and mouth and tongues and skin on these two players. And of course, I think the consensus is that Snow is a favorite to win here, but we might have some surprises from Barracks, whom we shall term the Flash Disciple. That's right. On the internet, people are saying that 99% of the builds that this guy Barracks has comes from Flash. And let's see what Flash has been preparing for his disciple for this game. He's channeling in the energy of God, and he's gonna be facing up against Jon Snow in the north. A lot of girls in the crowd, which I like. This girl's tired. I mean, this would she need to not have anything covering her thigh. It needs to be out there in the open for all of us to analyze, and to kind of summarize and to synthesize. Anyways, Barracks and Snow. The first map is going to be Roaring Current. I love it. I love this amazing map to be played first because that means at least we get at least one crazy game, right? Here, the win rates for the various maps. And as you can see, Roaring Current, the first map, is 54.4% win rate. Let me just tell you about the order of the maps in this entire series. The first map, Roaring Current, was picked by Snow. And then we will have Polestar picked by Barracks, dominated by Snow. Knockout by Barracks, Litmus by Snow. Metropolis by Barracks. And finally, Radion, the ever so neutral map, picked by Snow. So this is the order of things. The L'Oc de Jour, as they say in French. We will have L'Oc de Jour for today, so that's nice. Anyways, what is Snow going to be going for? As you can see, he is coming out with some nice, crazy shenanigans already on the map, right? He is coming out with a 12 Nexus. This will give him, miles and leagues ahead. Because if you remember the previous game that these two play with each other, right? Do you remember what happened? Mini versus Barracks, and Barracks went for very ballsy, double Barracks supply depot Thrush against Mini. So I think Snow is playing the right card here. He knows that there's gonna be no way that Barracks will open up with some cheesy builds, so it's gonna be going by very standard. And this is very interesting because people were saying on the internet that it's gonna be up to Barracks to try something crazy. If he doesn't try anything crazy, he would just lose the macro Temptoss heavy strategy that Snow has perfected over the years. And there's a scouting SCV. We are seeing a factory coming down, and we're gonna be having how many SCV on the gas here? Looks like 3 SCV on the gas, and that SCV is taking way too many hits, 50 out of 60 HP remaining. But looks like that probe has taken a few hits and that first Marine shall come out. This probe is trying to check how many SCVs are going to be putting on that gas. Only 2 SCVs so far. And now we're going to be seeing the Marine, so that's going to be that. Take a look at the mini map, guys. There is that, scouting unit coming out. Looks like Snow is going to be going very bossy. Single gateway with, what is it, Dragoon range? Or not Dragoon range, but something called right away. This will get him miles and leagues ahead if he's able to pull up. And probes have been transferred already. Do we have the Marines coming out? There it is. And we shall have a vulture follow up. There's a mosquito here that I need to kill. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I missed it. Sorry. I missed that vulture harassment, but I guess I'm going to try to come back and kill it later before it kills all of my probes in my base. So that's that. Let me just quickly read some of what people are saying on the internet before the battles begin. I think there's going to be a big battles coming up very soon. But before that, let me just quickly tell you who is, rooting for who here. So I'm going to turn to the website that nobody cares about anymore, tl.net. And Rogue the Goat says, I didn't think Barracks was getting out of the round of 16 or winning in the round of 8, so I'll continue to doubt him and say that he's not making the finals and he will make the finals, right? Gorsamet from the Netherlands says, basically just hoping it's not going to be a complete storm, but that we get some good games. But just consider it for a moment, if Barracks actually get the upset, would that be a thing? That's right. I think there's a lot of chances for Barracks to come out there with some crazy attacks there. There's a vulture. We have a scouting probe that will get caught in the action. The probe, no, that's going to be a Zelle, excuse me, not a probe. He's going to pull back here, and looks like what is going to be the response here from Barracks. He allows the probe to go through, and there's an expansion, so Snow knows exactly what is up. He has paid fair and square the price of that scouting unit, and he knows that he just needs to go up Robo. There's a Robo. He knows that there's going to be no additional pressure from the enemy, and he just needs to just play the long game. On this map, have you remembered that one game with, I think, Light versus somebody where you go for double starport? Double starport is a real thing on this map, guys, so keep that in mind. We might have another expansion. This might be a double expansion. This is very interesting. and we actually don't see any kind of response from Snow. He actually doesn't have any idea about this. So let me just continue on with what people are saying online, guys. So Bisu Dagger from Bistupia. What is that? Is that a country? Okay, that means the country for Bisu, right? Bisutopia. Would it be amazing to see Snow Bosch? This is entirely possible. Entirely possible. There's gonna be a mine. There's gonna be several mines in several locations. RJBTV YouTube says betting on Snow is the safest bet, but Barracks likely has some flash builds up his sleeves. There it is. A lot of vultures gonna be coming out here, and looks like the first Dragoon is gonna try to chase the vultures away, but there are way too many mines, dangerous in the area. Prosotan from Romania says liquid bet on Snow, of course. See you tomorrow to the LR. Violet Tack, what the hell? This guy is old as my father's. Violet Tack says looking forward to see what Barracks can come up with. Who's Violet Tack? Is he Korean? Is he American? Is he Dutch or what? I mean, where's he from? This guy with a YouTube account that is legendary. Legendary Violet Tack himself, or Violet T-A-K. I'm not so sure how you say it. But anyways, 3 bases coming up very nicely for Barracks, and Snow is slightly supply block. But he's got his first shuttle thingy. He's looking for drop, but drop is not coming in. Stargate! Stargate is a thing, guys. What is this probe? This SCV, excuse me, the shuttle is gonna try to scout as well as put down a probe. He's gonna try to put it in the center map, maybe? This base could be the place he might take it, but he's gonna try to check out. He wants to see if there's a quick expansion. And he will see it, he will see it, he will see it, he will see the SCVs mining. He's got nothing inside, he will return. He knows that it's got a quick expansion. Wow, Snow is playing brilliantly. He knows exactly that this is something that could be on the cards here. And indeed, he's gonna have to fight hard to kind of get back, because 3-base economy from Terran is very strong, and I think Barracks is looking forward to strike before the carriers become operational. So let's see if Snow will have a chance to come out. And Snow wants to get supply blocked himself. He's been supply blocking himself several times, and there's gonna be a floating building in the center. There's gonna be a Barracks there, no pun intended. And let's see how Barracks gonna be responding to this. So yeah, Rory Curry, this is gonna be the best map, the best game of the series by far, just by the sheer the fact that it's just so amazing to actually have these guys. And 5 Dragoons versus I think about 2 tanks, 3 vultures, and marine. There's a bunker, so I think it's gonna be fine. I think siege mode is delayed. Siege mode is not yet here. The shuttle. Oh, he's missing one of the Zealot. He might be missing the Zealot, but he's gonna be coming out only. Okay, there are 3 tanks and a Goliath. The Dragoons are coming from the left side. This is not a bad idea. He might cut right through the tanks. Do they have siege yet? I don't see it. Army upgrade started already. Dragoons are waiting. He's gonna be going for the. There's nothing inside. It's just a few Zealot. There isn't any. Okay, there's a Zealot dropping. Just to buy some time. He will actually destroy the turret, and that's gonna be it. He's gonna try to load, and some tanks are returning. Not a bad idea. He need to expand, as you can see behind the Snow has expanded to the middle base, buying some time to keep for the carriers to come out. There's gonna be an attack against a lot of units in the backside. There's a lot of Goliaths out. 4 tanks. Oh my god, the tanks will be taken by the Dragoons. There's a bunker. There's gonna be the double Goliaths, and Snow is gonna try to retreat. He's gonna have to hold the area. Be careful, Snow's gonna be losing. What is Dragoons? Goliaths are not attacking the shuttle. There's way too many forces, and Snow, I think, has to leave now. He has to leave. The shuttle's gonna be very quick. He's gonna unload, but he's gonna, no, don't go back. He cannot. What are these SVs doing? Anyways, there's gonna be a Zealot coming out, 3 Zealot to support the 3 Dragoons, and the carriers have started to pump already. Looks like the shuttle returns, but keep in mind that this is nothing. This is just a couple of Zealot, nothing else. Snow is just trying to buy some time, and he's left the area with most of his Dragoons. The shuttle's got nothing inside. He's just running around buying time, and this is genius build from this guy who is supposed to be a very low APM player. But he's gonna drop a few more Zealot. Looks like there's gonna be more Goliaths, and that shuttle's gotta leave now. A lot of factories behind this, and behind this, he needs to actually start to saturate his brand new base now. He also wanna see if there's a starport, because he don't wanna, get caught with his pants down where there's a starport coming out, and his brand new base get destroyed. So it's gonna back up, and we don't see a starport. Just massive factories, and this push is looking very strong. Keep in mind that Snow is not yet expanded to this middle area. This base is not yet taken. That's right. So I mean, if Barracks has some dropship, he might be able to attack this base, but he's not there. So it will take a long time for Barracks to cross this hill, cross this bridge, cross this open area. And there's a scan. There's a scan. He knows there's going to be carriers behind this, but can he stop it? Can he stop his repercussion? Snow, of course, is just trying to buy some time, just try to keep things in perspective. Another expansion coming up from Snow. He's playing the right move, but he needs to make sure his carriers come up, and he might need to go for Forge. He needs to go. What is the Shadow doing? He's gonna land some Dragoon here just to buy some time. Double Zelle, and looks like the Shadow is not yet sniped. Nice targeting on one of the SCV. He needs to get one of the Goliaths. He will get one of the units destroyed. He's gonna try to buy something in the back, and there might be a few more drops in the backside. He's gonna try to destroy as many turrets as possible and buy some time. That way the Shadow's gonna land, and the Goliath's gonna try to target. He drops what? 2 Dragoons. The Goliaths are not targeting the Shadow. What is he doing? And there's going to be Dragoons shouting from the low ground. It looks like that tank has fallen and things start to derail. They start to snowball out of control. The Goliaths need to target the Shadow. The Shadow need to get targeted. The Shadow finally dies. So I guess that's going to be the end of the Shadow nightmare here for Barracks. Nicely done by Barracks. But now, I mean, I think the first 2 carriers are out. And then brand new base has got some probes as well. So that's going to be some problem. The Goliaths are going to try to target the 5 Dragoons. And Dragoons going to try to get a few more tanks. He wants to clear as many tanks as possible and back up and just actually buy more time until his carriers become operational. There's so many Goliaths. I think Barracks is wasting so much time, and they're the double carriers. They're going to be building Interceptor furiously. Keep in mind, we don't have Reavers. Snow is playing without Reavers. He's doing the maximum he can have with his very, very low APM. As you can see, his APM only 300. This is his high APM, guys. It's not low at all. By his own standards, by Korean standard, he's very, very low. But in Snow standard, it's quite high. And there we see 2 carriers. It looks like Snow's gonna have to hold this middle area. Need to actually buy some time here. Looks like he's gonna try to drive Barracks back, but Barracks will try to control it from both angles. And there are some tanks. He needs to actually kill the Goliaths. Goliaths is the primary target. He goes for the tank. I don't really think going for the tank was the right idea, but I guess Snow's got a different opinion, and he will get 2 tanks. No, he doesn't get the last tanks, and these 2 carriers are going to be in some serious trouble. Snow, of course, still trying to buy as much time as possible. But now the huge forces from Barracks has crossed this bridge like undisturbed. As you can see, they're moving to come across the map here. He needs to force a siege position now, and now he's got 4 carriers behind his. Snow is running out of gas. As you can see, his gas is not going up very high. It's going to be a nice attack just to buy some time. There's a scan. And Goliath's going to try to target, and there are 4 carriers. 2 of the carriers don't actually have intercept. It's going to get a fear of the shots from the Goliaths. He's going to be very, very careful. He's going to have to fall back. Use the interceptor on the Barracks to buy some time, guys. I guess he's going to try to do that here. Some scan just to see if there's any observers in the area, but there aren't any observers. There's 1 observer from the backside, but it's not getting side, but now it's going to get scanned. Looks like some Dragoons are going to try to shout from this other side just to buy some time here. But for now, Snow just want to make sure they can stay here with his 4 carriers and make sure his brand new base do not get destroyed. He need to go for Forge. He actually need to have Forge because we might have a drop in the future, but it's for the time being, this ground attack is looking very, very strong. But he's got some low ground to work against here, and Snow is on the high ground. Snow is successfully cutting up reinforcements. Need to actually go to work on those Goliaths now, and the gateways and the turrets, the pylons will be falling very, very fast. We have a few inches of no upgrades so far from either of these carriers. We do have +1 on the Goliaths. The carriers are trying to go to work on the assimilators to buy some time. He needs to attack and engage now before the tank gains the high ground advantage. He needs to hide behind the ridge. He pulls some of the Dragoons back. He's trying to get as many tanks as possible. He gets 1 tank, 2 tanks. Keep in mind that the Dragoons will stop any kind of reinforcement. There's a lot of Zealot. Would you have Zealot with lag? I don't think so. The tanks start to shout, but they're not actually within reach of the Nexus and the prop line. Mongolites coming out. He needs to shout the tank. The tanks are right there for shouting. Just go to snipe the tank. It's very easy. He starts to come across. He gets 1 tank. Only 3 tanks remaining. Only 2 tanks remaining. That's it. That's it. Not enough tanks. Now there isn't enough tanks for the Goliaths to actually work on themselves yet, and the Dragoons coming from the left side. One of the carriers is getting sniped. No, they're still alive. They're still alive. The Goliaths will get cornered from both sides, and reinforcement from the left are mainly Goliaths, not tanks. You need to be reinforcing with tanks, but now there is the tanks a bit too late, and Snow's going to regain this high ground, but critically doing this the entire time. Snow has not lost any probes from his expansion, and he's got his gas. Keep in mind that gas is very, very important in this game. In this particular encounter on Roaring Current here, the 3rd base has got a geyser. I think Snow is mining from it. This mosquito has bitten me so many times in my various parts of my body. I need to find it very soon and snipe it. Could not snipe it right now, so I guess I'll snipe it between this game 1 and game 2 in the future. Some upgrades, +1 weapons for the tanks, and looks like the carriers have +2? Wow! How the hell do you have +2 so fast from the carriers? Anyway, Snow's going to try to buy some time and hold here. You need to go for more gas. I think you need to get another geyser up, another assimilator up. But we have a shuttle coming across the map. I'm not so sure what's inside the shuttle. Keep in mind that this map has got 12 bases, and Snow so far has taken 1, 2, 3, 4 bases, and Barracks got 1, 2, 3, 4. Barracks got a lot of bases, guys. Keep that in mind. And there's gonna be a few tanks. It's gonna be easy to snipe, and there's no scanner. 1 tank down, 2 tank down, very, very fast. Only 2 tanks on the backside, and not enough Goliaths. And our Goliaths are not within reach of those carriers. The carriers are backed up, and these Dragoons will actually melt those Goliaths very, very soon. It looks like Snow comes around from the left side with more forces, but more reinforcement tank. Keep in mind that Snow just need to eliminate 1 more tank. I think now there's gonna be 2 tanks that they're gonna start to back up. The Goliaths are very, very strong, but I think once the Dragoons have about a critical amount, and if Snow can actually get some Zelle with lag soon, he's gonna be very much in a good position to attack. Barracks is fighting very hard. He's, oh my god, one of the carriers might get sniped. Goliaths are trying to fight here. The Snow kind of have a misclick there, but he's able to hold this area. And as you can see, the tanks on the low ground are actually shouting very, very nicely. Supply-wise, Snow's leading by about 30 to 40 supply differential between these 2 places. Okay, look at this. Snow's about, Barracks about to get mined in several locations. Interesting. because he's been mining for so long. He might get mined up soon, and there's gonna be additional core and additional Stargate. We're gonna be having 3 guys. It looks like Snow is gonna try to snipe this base here, snipe a few turrets, and actually force the enemy to come back slightly. But that is going to be the signal for Barracks to move ahead. But his army is so slim. It's so slim, like Slim Shady. He will get cornered from both sides. He's going to get attacked. Both of the players are trying to get a sandwich. Look at the minimap. It's so beautiful. There's so many red and blue and just trying to corner and re-corner and re-surround and cut up the other guys' reinforcements and stuff like that. Snow will lose one of his Dragons. He's gonna back up. He's got to try to hold on this high ground. And I think Zelle would like it to be completed like ASAP. Do you have to have City of Doom? I think he's got City of Doom. Tanks are shouting from the low ground, starting to back up. He does back up and wait for a bit of reinforcement. Sub-Zero coming out, and he will get about 7 Goliaths for free here. Looks like Barracks not paying attention, and he will lose a few Goliaths, but he will actually corner these Dragoons. He needs to actually be careful here. Looks like Goliath's gonna have to back up, because as you can see, the number of carriers are very, very high. It's impossible. Do we have any kind of raids? We're seeing something getting created from the starport. I don't know if those are dropships or not. And keep in mind that Snow doesn't make cannons in his brand new base. His brand new base has got 0 cannons. I don't think I see the forge anywhere. Snow's got 3,000 minerals. There's the forge. There's the forge. You need to start to spam making Zelle, spam making Gateway, because it's APM not very high. And need to start to make a lot of cannons at all of the bases around the map, guys, because there's going to be some crazy corruption. I mean, the Shadow can actually make a few, the Robotics can make a few more Shadows if he's got the APM. And the problem for Snow is it's APM. Plus 3 opens done on the carriers. Very, very strong. The Zealot are still very slow, as you can see. But one more tank will get sniped. The tank have been sieging, but all of the tanks will fall after this engagement is over. The last tank is down, and our Zealot have free reign on the Goliaths. The Goliaths gonna get pushed back as well. The 3-4 tanks on the left side. The carriers are not getting targeted by the Goliaths, but they're just way too many Goliaths, and those interceptors are dying very, very fast. Very, very fast. The game is in a very, very tense situation. So max out to the supply. Barracks got 156 supply. Barracks is on 4 bases. Barracks need to start to make Shadow, and he start to make some Shadow now. A command center to float towards the certain map. Keep in mind that Snow, I'm not so sure if he's got some cannons. He needs to smile. He's got 3,000 minerals. He needs to start to make like five cannons per base. He needs to make sure that he's got enough cannons in every single location, guys. But he's playing like, you know, he's got internal life. He's got internal life. There's a Shadow. He might drop something here. Is that a probe? There's a probe. There's a probe. I'm not so sure if there's some carriers waiting. I think this observer is nicely positioned. It actually might see any kind of dropship that moves across the map. And as you can see, Barracks is about to get mined out very, very soon. He's not mining very, very efficiently, but the double dropship might change the fate of this battle here. Once the double dropship becomes operational, there it is. There's the drop, but this is the wrong place to drop. He's revealed his location. And this could be problematic here. Snow, he's sending some probes towards this base. I'm not so sure exactly for what. Is he doing some distance mining? That is strange. Anyways, the drop has been initiated against the middle base, and as you can see, there's nothing here. Snow has all of the chance in the world to put down 10 cannons. He could have put down a crap tons of cannons, but he didn't. And now Barracks gonna be coming up with a double prong attack here. Snow's going to try to clear out these forces, but by then, you know, all of his probes would have died. All of his probes would have died. He's doing distance mining. What the hell is he doing distance mining? I don't get it. He just need to go for very standard expansion and build cannon. And he builds a few cannons, but I think it's not gonna be enough. Zealot, once again, still don't have lag. Even though he's got like 1,400 gas and 260 minerals. Anyways, Snow's gonna try to clear this area. So he's got some attacks, and as you can see, he's not actually trading very, very well. But the rest of the Zealot's gonna be able to back up here and attack. The Goliath's gonna try to target. He might get one of the carriers. He might actually get a few carriers. So the tank's gonna try to melt the rest of the Dragoons on the left side. It's gonna be a nice attack. Turrets actually need to focus the attention on the carriers, but the carriers are killing the rest of the Goliaths. It's gonna be a nice target fire. But Snow saves most of his carriers, and now we have 6 tanks on the left side, but only 4 Goliaths remaining. They're gonna try to get one of the carriers, if not able to do so. They're dying very, very quickly. And last of the Goliaths have died. They have died, and there's still 10 carriers remaining. One of the weak carriers is red, and it got targeted. Very, very lucky. Very lucky from Barracks. We can actually get one more carrier. It's not able to do so, and Barracks, GG. The first game goes to so. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.